Fun to actually take you behind the scenes and expose in detail, move for move, how one of the most iconic of all sideshow stunts works. I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes with the bed of nails. Now right now, walking out is Malice with one of the bed of nails. She's going to walk out, and I do want you to be very, very careful as you reach forward and touch those nails. But I do want you to touch them to make sure that they're not contoured to fit my back. They haven't been filed down in any way. They're not made of rubber. If nothing else, I want you to appreciate on a very visceral level that this hurts like hell. Now the bed of nails was created thousands of years ago by East Indian Hindu fakirs who originally used it as a device to focus their skills of meditation and spirituality. It wasn't until the 1800s that it came to North America and became the icon we know it as today. Now if you've ever taken a physics class, you know how the bed of nails works. It's a very simple principle that says as long as you have enough nails, the weight is distributed evenly, so there's never enough pressure on any one nail to actually penetrate the skin. So as a result, there are very few bed of nails related fatalities. However, there is a lot that can and does go very wrong. Allow me to illustrate. First of all, if a performer lays down too quickly on the bed of nails, or if too much weight is placed on him, he'll immediately be pierced, damaging internal organs and causing a bad day. The amazing thing is that if you went to the hospital with this type of wound, they would basically clean each of those holes, give you a tetanus shot, and then send you home. The bad thing happens when the performer begins to panic while he's on the bed of nails and shift his weight foolishly. When he does, he ends up with what's called a compound laceration, where the flesh is literally ripped off the back. In the short term, there's a tremendous amount of bleeding, and in the long term, there's no way around it. There's going to be horrible, horrible scarring. So in other words, while it's very unlikely I will die doing the bed of nails, you could get to see some blood. You bastards are actually screaming for blood. At this point, Menace and Malice are going to come out in the audience and pick a couple of volunteers while I ready myself to face the bed of nails. Regardless of whether it's performed as a religious ritual or as a sideshow stunt, there are... At least it was the girls this time. Whether it's done as a religious ritual or as a sideshow stunt, there's a few key factors of the bed of nails that are always the same. The first is the performer always takes a moment to center himself before laying on the bed of nails. Ancient fakirs talked about going into a trance. It's a bunch of BS. All you have to do is calm yourself so you don't do anything stupid while you're in a position of very real danger. The performer then begins by centering his weight over the bed of nails, putting down first the covered extremities, until finally his entire body is suspended on the bed of nails. Now, ancient Hindu fakirs did not stop here, but rather subjected themselves to certain tests while they were in this state. To that extent, I've asked these two volunteers to join me on stage because in just a moment, both of them are going to stand on me. All right, let's make introductions. I'm Brian. What's your name? Sandy and Erica. First of all, a couple of ground rules. Either of you guys been doing any drinking tonight, talking about alcohol. It is Halloween Horror Nights after all. Just as long as you're in control, all right? Second of all, what's going to happen in just a moment is Sandy, right? In a moment, you're going to put your right foot right here on my chest, not on my neck, on my chest. Your left foot is going to go right on my belly button. Your right foot is going to go slightly below the belt. And your left foot's gonna go on my legs. Try to distribute the weight evenly. When you step up, you're not gonna hop up, you're not gonna bound up, you're gonna do nice even pressure with your right foot and then just bring up your left foot to stand. While you're standing on Brian, above all else, no bouncy bouncy, okay? When it's time to step down, I'll excuse funny. When it's time to step down, this is the most important part. I want you to look down at the stage, make absolutely sure as you move slowly and in control that you're stepping onto solid stage. If you were to step onto the bed of nails, you will injure your feet. You understand, Sandy? You understand? You ready to do this? You ready to do this? All right, let's get you guys with your feet all the way touching the bed of nails. Scoot in as much as you can. Each of you put a hand on Kevin's shoulder for balance. There we go. Let's get your feet in position. We'll start with your right foot first. We're going to go on 3. Hold on. There we go. Let me get yours. There we go. All right, we're going to go. We're going to move slowly and in control at all times. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy all the way up, all the way up. You may applaud now! You can get off with me now! action, Olympia stepping, move slowly, take control. Let's have a huge round of applause for both of the volunteers. All right, guys, do me a favor and make some noise if you can see those red welts on my back right now. How many of you guys can see those? Yeah, those are actually not puncture wounds. The skin has phenomenal tensile strength. Those are actually parts of the back that have been stretched so hard by the nails that it's actually left a temporary divot. The amazing part is that those divots will stick around for as many as 20 or 30 minutes after the show, and the red welts caused by the stress will stick around for as many as 6 or 7 hours. So in other words, if after the show while we're hanging out, and by the way, I hope I get to meet all of you guys on your way out. I'll be right over there, we can do pictures and stuff. But if while we're hanging out, if some guy walks up and is like, hey bro, take off your shirt, it's cool.
Can we buy you beer?
I mean, so you can see the, on my, screw you guys. All right, fine. At this point, I need the two biggest, huge